I just don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. To deny help to tornado victims. Then I heard he denied further assistance from FEMA to North Carolina. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how long are we just gonna close our eyes to it and pretend it's not happening because it's him? And at least it wasn't the other guy. I will no longer stand by and pretend that I have hope in this president, because I don't. This past weekend, what he did last night was 1,000,000% unacceptable. And if any other president did that, everybody would be losing their marbles. The cuts he made to programs that help lower income people, these secret dinners with people wearing masks, it's just craziness at this point, guys. And I just can no longer stand here and say I support it, because I don't. No, I'm not a Democrat. I don't trust the government at all. But I just hope our friendships are strong enough that you guys don't base it just on something political.
We have been lied to. We have been lied to by the president. We've had the wool pulled over our eyes. He was really good at lying and deceiving people. And he's done a very good job of lying and deceiving this country. He fooled me. He fooled me. He fooled most people I know.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to confuse Donald Trump being good at lying with people just being dumber than a post. We're not doing that. Because he is literally the worst liar I've ever seen in my life. And your willingness to accept it is not an indication of his talent at lying. It's just an indication of your willingness to accept it. If you choose to believe first graders are getting sex changes in school, that doesn't make him a good liar. That makes you a terrible believer. Yeah. And the notion that he never said anything that made you go, I wonder if he's being dishonest. The notion that he never said anything that gave you that thought tells me everything I need to know. Thanks.
This isn't what I voted for. This isn't what I voted for. I keep hearing that and seeing that over various social media platforms, and I find it a bit difficult to believe, because y'all are saying it as if there weren't many people forewarning you that this type of stuff would occur. Like, you know what I mean? This wasn't hidden. This agenda was in plain sight. We pushed you to read Project 2025. We encouraged and motivated you to see how history was repeating itself. We tried our best to bring awareness to things before they happened. This wasn't hidden. You definitely heard the concerns that many people had prior to this administration taking power yet again. So you either heard it and didn't believe what we were saying, or you didn't care.
This is the same Trump they voted for in 2016. Trump already showed us who he was in his first term, and many people, they never paid attention or chose to ignore all the warnings. Now that it's affecting them, they now regret. So let's have a look. Please like and hype the video, right? Let's get into it.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? I mean, prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. I mean, wasn't you supposed to help us? Wasn't you supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, I mean, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I went from supporting him to, what are you doing for us? Making America great again? No, you're making it shit. Sorry. I may be wrong. It might not, I mean, whatever Biden did, whatever. But Trump's not making it any better. It's hard out here for everybody. It's hard. Trust me, I work at a Family Dollar. It's hard. It don't matter how much you make, okay? Everybody's struggling. Everybody. Just remember that.
So when we was trying to tell y'all during the campaign, even as far back as 2016, that this guy was unhinged. He is not what we need in an American president. We tried to tell y'all that. But no, you didn't want to listen. You were entertained by his lies and his retribution that he was telling y'all he was going to put on the others. Until you realize that, oh shit, I'm a part of the others. Yeah, Trump is all about self. He's not about you, and he's definitely not about me. But since y'all don't have the sense of discernment, Republicans, you would have known that all the shit that he was telling y'all was lies. Because we knew the 98%, we knew 92% and the 83%, we all knew that this motherfucker is a clown. He's a circus and a show all of itself, all of his own. But you didn't listen to that. You didn't want to listen to it. And now we are a year and 4 months into his presidency, and now you want to have regret and voter remorse. I don't have no grace. I don't have no more give a fuck cards. Y'all did this.
Many Trump voters didn't know what he would actually do. So Project 2025 was a literal playbook for everything this administration planned to do, and so far has acted upon. I do understand that Trump kept promising lower grocery prices, and that is very much not happening. But I will always be hard-pressed to believe that so many people only voted for him for the promise of decreased grocery prices. There are still so many people out there applauding the efforts of ICE. The cognitive dissonance of proud Trump voters should be studied for centuries to come.
To the MAGA that believes this is not what they voted for, the ones shouting, "I didn't vote for this," but what you're actually saying is, I didn't educate myself enough to know exactly what I was voting for. I'm speaking from experience here. I had no idea what I was voting for. I had no idea what Project 2025 was until a couple months ago. But if you look into Project 2025, you will see that about half of what is written there is already happening. So I implore you to look into Project 2025 and educate yourself on what exactly you did vote for, because I've been doing that the last few months, and it has been one of the most painful realizations I have ever made in my life.
To all the Trumpers, I just got a question. I know niggas don't want to talk politics, but it's cool. Y'all didn't get a wall. You didn't get the swamp drained. You didn't get affordable health care. You didn't get eliminated national debt. You didn't get a new infrastructure. You didn't get Hillary Clinton locked up. You didn't get Epstein accountability. You didn't get a 5K Doge check. You didn't get the 2K stimulus check. You didn't get lower grocery prices. You didn't get help buying a home or affordable home prices. They're going up. You did not get America first, and you did not get peace. We at war right now. What the fuck did you get? What did all y'all get? Mr. I'm finna save America and all. What did y'all get? Y'all didn't get shit.
Higher groceries.
Higher groceries. He said the groceries was going down. He said the homes were going to be more affordable. Then he turned around and said, oh, you're too lazy to own a home. You don't deserve one. We finna jack the prices up some more.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous at this point. It's crazy.
At this point, anyone who supports this administration, or more specifically Trump, does not fit the title of irredeemable anymore. It's more closer to something akin to no better than him, because the man is a husk, a black hole for profit, and literally has no morals, and it is recorded as such constantly. We could talk about the $2,000 tariff dividend checks that he was going to give the public after the big beautiful bill that never came. We could talk about him campaigning on no new wars and then recently saying, I never said anything about no new wars. And then his family profiting off of selling drones and military gear to people in the wars that he has started. We could also talk about the fact that he's now trying to coat some of his efforts in left-leaning policies to gain more support, i.e. he's trying to put tariffs on Brazil for deforestation, but it's not about the actual environmental impact. It's about him wanting to stop them from exporting products that they are selling for cheap so that he can give it to one of his buddies where he'll get a kickback. We could also talk about how Bernie Sanders, Sam Altman, and Trump are all agreeing on giving 50% stake in AI companies to the public, not because they want wealth distribution, but because they want to accelerate data centers and surveillance in the company. Every single thing is about money. It is about him making as much money as possible and literally just lying. With regard to the people who are changing their minds now because they're coming to terms with how bad Trump is, you could arguably chalk that up to stupidity or literacy rates, but I don't even know if I fully believe that because there is a nuanced conversation to have about individualism and selfishness regarding these people. But for the people who are still actively supporting him, they are no better than him. They are beyond irredeemable because there is too much information. There's too much record keeping that shows what he has done, who he is, what he continues to do. And there is only so much. There is a limit to people's ability to accept these things.
Trump showed us who he was in his first term. People saw his leadership style, his priorities, the controversies, and all the court cases that surrounded his administration. But many people chose to ignore all that because they never thought they would be affected in one way or another. People warned them about the risk of voting Trump in his second term. Even Kamala Harris warned about everything that is happening today. But many people, they chose to ignore all her warnings, Some thought she was exaggerating. Some even said she had some weird laugh, They never took time to read what was written in Project 2025. They were okay supporting policies that would affect minorities, immigrants, or even people who are different from them. But when these same policies start to affect them personally, they're now coming out to regret, about the groceries and going to the war with Iran. But they never cared about the pain of families being separated or people being denied their human rights, And people need to understand that politics is about consequences. A promise may sound simple during the campaign, but the consequences, we feel them in our daily lives. But the problem with people, they only care when it starts to affect them. They never think about someone else, They only think about themselves. People judge leaders depending on whether they personally benefit, But people forget that when choosing a leader, you are choosing the direction of a country. You are choosing the vision of the country, Look beyond the slogans and ask yourself, what has this leader done before, What are the risks, Who could be affected? And are the promises sound realistic, Because our elections are not just about the hope, it's about accountability. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.